2 milligrams can kill someone. 2 milligrams, unless if they have absolutely no resistance whatsoever to opiates. This is in the hands of children. Children, middle schools. Did they think that this wasn't going to bleed out? That it wasn't going to get to the kids eventually? You know, there was an article that came out yesterday that we have moms crying about from the Washington Post that was minimizing the risk to kids. They were talking about the rainbow fentanyl and how that could get to children, and they were actually making a mockery of this. This isn't funny. 72,108, keep that number in your head. That's how many people we buried last year, and we're already past that for this year. These kids are at risk every day, and nobody's doing anything. And the fact that they keep minimizing it, the fact they keep comparing street fentanyl to pharmaceutical grade fentanyl is criminal. Acetyl fentanyl is not the same as the kind of fentanyl they give you in a prescription. It's not delivered the same, it doesn't have the same potency. Its molecular structure is different. And they need to recognize this and stop. Our kids are dying. What does it take to get it through to people? You know, we've been screaming and begging on our knees for PSAs to warn the public. We've been begging people to talk to us. How did your kid die? And nobody stopped to even ask that question. They just assumed, oh, they must have had substance use disorder. It's not true anymore. So, you know, these things happen and it really does, it frustrates our families. You know, we believe in all the things that we're trying to do to help those who have substance use disorder. But this is a different drug we've never dealt with before. It's deadlier than any drug we have ever dealt with before. It kills easier than any drug we've ever dealt with before. And process this, if you will. At any given time, there is some unstable person in this country driving around with enough illicit fentanyl in their hands to chemically take out an entire city. Why isn't that causing any alarm? Why are bereaved families being forced to spend their own money? That's what this weekend's about. You know, we're spending our money to put out PSAs. We're putting up billboards. We're warning people. We're going into schools. And we've met resistance every step of the way by people who say, oh, the war on drugs failed. This isn't a war on drugs. This is a war on fentanyl. This is a war against poisonings. And we can stop it. And that's the most frustrating part. I look at the moms today, and if they had listened to us 3 years ago, 4 years ago, a lot of them wouldn't be grieving. We're not talking about people who are coming here because they need a new life. We're talking about having basic security measures, basic common sense. Somebody to walk through the same X-ray technology to get in this country that I used to get on a domestic flight. We can detect these drugs. We can interdict these drugs before they even get here. And now with this, if we don't stop it, if it diversifies into India, we will never stop it. And all I can say is people should invest in a lot of body bags, because I fear what's coming down the pike. We've warned them and warned them and warned them, and it's doubling and tripling, and the numbers keep rising, and nobody's doing anything. We have to get serious. We got to stop arguing with each other and fighting. We're a family, and our family's dying. Let's work together and get it done. That's all we want.